Hello again. Well, here we are back again in the same little spot that we've used before for doing these videos. A rather nice little place, not very far away from where we live. But anyway, building on the previous two talks that we've done on feeling our feelings, I mentioned last time that I would tell you a way to handle your anger, though actually what I'm about to say applies to any kind of emotion. But anger is the one that most people are afraid of, especially men, because they worry that they might lose control and hurt someone even. But bear in mind what I said last time, that we can't really live fully as a human being if we're not willing to open up to the full range of our feelings. The goal should be to allow ourselves to experience our emotions fully, no matter what they are. A lot of times we speak of feelings and emotions as if they are the same. They're not. A feeling is something that happens in the body. It's not an emotion until there is a thought attached to it. The definition then of an emotion is a thought attached to a feeling. Which comes first? A thought or the feeling? I don't know. But clearly the thought is a mental thing, while the feeling is physical, and the two go together. However, while the feeling component is a totally physical phenomenon, and not under our direct control, we do have dominion over our thoughts. That means if we change our thought process, we automatically have an effect on our feelings. Then it becomes a different emotional experience. For example, we often do what I call awfulizing the experience. We awfulize it by describing what happened with words like terrible, tragic, untimely, as in the case of a death, disgusting, disastrous, criminal, wicked, and so on. And then we go around hysterically shouting for revenge on whoever might be to blame. It can extend the whole painful experience for months and sometimes even years, and adds a lot more suffering to the experience. That makes it much more painful than it otherwise would be if we just saw the experience for what it was and allowed ourselves to feel the pain of that. I'm not suggesting denial or suppression, of course. I'm just saying don't make it worse than it is. We could even go a big step further and take a radical forgiveness perspective. That would allow us to entertain the possibility that for whatever reason it was meant to happen that way, and therefore nothing wrong happened. That would diminish the pain dramatically, but that's another talk for another day. Anyway, here's a good 4-point rule that will help you become more in touch with your feelings and give you a way to deal with them. The first one is to recognize the feeling. And you do this by checking in and notice where in your body that you're feeling something. Some discomfort perhaps, even pain. See if you can put a name to it. What it is that you're feeling in your body physically. And then see if there is a thought attached to it that would identify the emotion. If you can't identify the emotion, then ask yourself this simple question. Am I mad, sad, glad, or afraid? Am I mad, sad, glad, or afraid? At least that will put you in the ballpark of what you might be experiencing emotionally. Second, accept the feeling. Now this is difficult for a lot of people because we judge them. But I want you to be okay with whatever you're feeling emotionally and love yourself for having it be there, no matter what it is. Don't judge it, especially if you would normally think of it as being bad or negative. Remember, there's no such thing as a negative feeling. It just is. Third step, delay the expression of the feeling. Now, this may not always be necessary. Sometimes you can do it right there in the moment. If it's anger or something similar, and if you were to express it in the moment, it would cause problems, that's when you would delay the expression of it until it's safe to do it. But don't use this as an excuse for not ever expressing it, though. Express it as soon as it's possible and safe to do so. And then finally, number 4, that's when you really do express that feeling. You find a way to let the feelings come out through speaking it out, crying, shouting, beating cushions, or whatever way you can do it that's safe. But you might need someone with you to support you in doing this kind of thing. So that's it. Remember these 4 steps and you'll find yourself able to process your emotions easily, safely, and with conscious awareness. That's a whole lot better than bottling it up and then exploding with someone getting hurt. Thanks for listening.